Hello. Hey Darkleaf, hey Starry, hey Livid, hey Cha, hey Yuna, hey Trash, hey Starry. Oh, I already said hi Starry. Hi Nippy, hey Cadaver, hey Agnolia, hello Parrot, hello Fox, hello Rin, hey Uzo. Oh, thanks Toyba. We're gonna work on these again today. I'm having fun on these. The survey I did, it's right here. It was posted on my Nifty-Senpai Tumblr, and then I reblogged it to the design blog. I didn't post it on Twitter, but Twitter doesn't get nice things. Yeah. You're interested to see the results? We can go over them. There are... Let me get them on a different piece of screen while people are coming in. Let me reblog... Let me pin the... Let me repin the survey for anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about. Feather and Storm? We probably will. I'll tell you guys what my game plan is for today. Yeah, I plan to do a Kickstarter, Parrot. I 100% for sure will be... Okay. Now let me open it up. So this is the survey results. So far, there's been 397 responses. I did add a couple of people to the list from last stream. I did include like Cloudtail, Asher, and Ferncloud. I put on there. I put Bristlefrost siblings on there. I did put a Galestar and Crowstar. Whitestorm and Tigerclaw, I ended up putting on. Starling and Robin and Rootspring and Needle, I did end up putting on it. But yes, I was very surprised. So the 3 that are much more popular than the others were the ones I expected. They're the ones that I was going to make no matter what, which is Squirrelflight and Leafpool, Holly, Jay and Lion, and Ivypool and Duffwing. So these ones I was going to make no matter what. Like, I have already sent an email out to get a quote on these 3 ones. But the next popular, for a long time, it was Blue Star and Snowfur. But after I checked this morning, Firestar and Scourge did end up beating them out. So Firestar and Scourge is the next popular, and then it's Blue Star and Snowfur, which is very surprising to me. And then I believe Rusty and Princess. I can't sort them, unfortunately. I cannot sort them. At least I have no idea how. Who's the least popular? That would be Mudclaw and Torn Ear, which does not surprise me. I believe. And Starling Paw and Robin Paw. So I added a couple of these after you guys had voted. So, like, the ones that I added before I posted it, like, I had added Galestar and Crowstar. Can you pick who you get? Yeah, Parrot. So the way the Kickstarter would work is that you pledge a certain amount of money, and typically you can there's like gonna be tiers. So there'll be a tier that's like 1 enamel pin of your choice, or you can get 2, or blah, blah, blah. And then I'll probably do like stickers of them as well. So if you don't want to like if you only want like 1 or 2 enamels, but you want like all the designs, you could get like them all as stickers or something for cheaper. But yeah, you'd be able to pick. It wouldn't be like a random gacha. I don't do gachas. I hate gachas. I would never do like you get to pick whatever, like you get random, you pay me money and you get something random. I don't like that. So yeah, Firestar Scourge, Blue Star Snowfur, Rusty Princess, Stormfur Feathertail, Crooked Oak, Hawkfrost, Hawk, Moth, and Tadpole are pretty high. I was actually pretty surprised to see them so high. Violet and Twig. Moonpaw and Morning Kit. I don't know if this is recency bias. It's all siblings, but there are a couple of adopted siblings in there. Trash. But this is specifically a theme of doing siblings. Misty Stone and Moss are pretty high. Pretty much everyone that I thought would be high. Greywing and Clear Sky actually kind of like clearing. I mean, they're obviously, they don't even have 100 votes, but it's pretty impressive for a Dawn of the Clans idea. Bracken, Bright, Cinder, and Thorner. Toddy Pell and Brambleclaw are beating Hawkfrost and Brambleclaw, which I thought was very interesting. I'm not surprised that Crooked and Oak are that high. Crooked and Oak and Blue and Snow are like very iconic sibling duos. Alder and Spark only have 2 more votes than Gray and Clear. The one I was surprised about is Tigerheart, Dawnpelt, and Flametail actually don't have that many votes. Like, Willow, Red, and Spotted have more votes than them, which I thought was pretty surprising. Dude, the Strike, Juniper, and Sleek getting 51 votes is actually pretty interesting. Somebody did, I got a couple... So these are like the initial results of the ones I had on the quiz. And then I started compiling, so this is the Excel sheet that has like any other siblings, and then people would type stuff. Some people, you guys got really sassy on me, like this person, I don't know who you are, 2/11/2026 18:49:12, but you got really pissed at me for not adding the full entire siblings to each of these guys. Like, add Juniper Kit and Dandelion Kit, add Molepaw. I'm like, okay, whatever, man. But then you added Lion Eye, Birchbark, Slifer, and Puddleshine, so I'm like, okay, I forgive you. A couple people... Doveswing and Jayswing was recommended by one other person. Okay, this is not a good look right here, guys. A lot of people did this. They'd be like, so-and-so and their siblings. So-and-so and siblings. This doesn't make me feel very confident in creating an enamel pin with 3 cats if you only care about 1 cat on there. I'm just gonna say. But I did compile a lot of them, and Frost on Mistpool and Gray Sky, and then Mouse, Hazel, and Berry were, I think, the most requested custom ones. Cloud, Ash, and Fern I did end up putting on the quiz, so they're actually doing pretty good. I don't know. I feel like... I mean, not a lot of people put and their siblings. Like, most people would do all of them, right? Like, Mouse and Running, Ragged and Scorchwind, like, Rowan, Claw, Cedar Heart, and Lavender Kit. Because, like, for this one in particular, I probably would just do Rowan and Cedar. Yeah, Lavender Kit is one of their siblings, but... Snow Kit and Mistle Kit was mentioned once. Cloud Ash, Pine Star, Freckle Witch, and Birch Face, or some sort of... Like, there was a lot of Freckle Wishes in Birch Face, and then there was a couple of, like, putting Pine Star in there. Needletail and Sunbeam were asked for. No Needletail Violet Shines, which I thought was pretty interesting. Splash and Fog were mentioned a couple times. Gorgeclaw and Spotted Pelt getting mentioned by 4 separate people. He does have Thrushpelt is Tawny Spots, and I think Dappletail are his siblings. Swiftpaw was mentioned with Longtail a couple times. Longtail and Swiftpaw was mentioned once, and then Swiftpaw was mentioned with Lynx Kit once. Maple Shade's kits were demanded once. Were asked for once. Nightheart, Finchlight, and Flicker Kit were mentioned a couple times, and then a couple times people did the 4 of them. Bayshine, Myrtle, Finch, and Nightheart, which I think would be more of an interesting... Tallstar and Finch Kit was mentioned a couple times. Rain, Soot, and Sorrel. Lion and Golden were mentioned a couple times. Yeah, there weren't too many that were, like, overwhelmingly mentioned. Mentor Apprentice Pins? Yeah, they would be cute. Someone else can do them, though. I like this idea. I've never seen somebody do it, like, an extensive sibling, like, series before. So yeah, so we got about 400 people. These are the results of them. Nothing too surprising. I think I was honestly pretty surprised at how low that, like, Tiger Dawn and Flametail were. How high Willow Red and Spotted ended up being. Yeah, I don't think anything else was that surprising. Yeah, so... And then some people were asking, like, oh, you should make them into keychains, or other stuff, too, so... A couple people wanted, like, Ice Cloud and Fox Sleep. Or, like, just all of Dust and Fern's kits all together. But... I think the one that I started seeing the most, which was surprising, was Hazel. People wanted Hazel, Mouse, and Berry. I think Ice and Fox were the ones that people mentioned the most out of the Dust Fern litters. I had somebody mention, like, does Sandstorm and Dust Pelt count? And I was like, no, try again. So I want to clean up maybe these 2 today. I think I'm going to start with cleaning up this one because you guys, my brain is very slow today. I'm hoping I'm not coming down with something because I feel very lethargic. Before stream, I was like on my couch and I forced myself to, like, get up and make lunch. Like, I made a grilled cheese, but I just cannot get going today. So, we'll see. We will see. Is there a reason why you don't have a Secrets of the Clans Smokepaw? There's more than one Smokepaw? Hey, Dreaming. Hold on. Now I'm interested. Now I have to look up Smokepaw. Smokepaw, an apprentice of Shadow Clan. Oh, yes, I know. It's because I specifically think that this is Smokefoot. Yeah. I believe that, even though he's technically not, I believe he's named after Smokepaw. Like, he's born almost a couple days after Smokepaw dies in the in the mountains. And so I just believe that this is Smokepaw. This guy is like evil. He looks like my sister's cat, but he's like evil. Evil Avi. It's kind of why I don't have two cherry paws either. There's technically two cherry paws because there's a cherry paw in like Spotted Leaf's Honest Answer, which is a, what is it? Is it a play or something? But and it's separate from the cherry paw that is on the wiki, but I have no idea why that would be because I'm pretty sure it's the same cat. So there's a couple things, or it's, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start with Moon and Morning. I don't know. I know that there were a couple, like, play scripts that Vicky wrote, and I don't remember if Spotted Leaf's Honest Answer was one of those, or it was just a short story. But it's on the wiki. If you type in Spotted Leaf's Honest Answer, the entire thing is on the wiki. Here, I'll link it. It's a short story. It's a pretty big nothing burger, though, just FYI. There is a play. Isn't there? I mean, it wasn't performed. It was just a play script. Yeah, Bright Spirit's Mercy. A short play written by Cherith. Which is also transcribed on the wiki. It's just too weird. I haven't read it in a while. I just remember it leaving not really much of an impression on me. Like, I'm like, what? Why is this necessary? Of course, it was written by Cherith. I don't know if she had, like... I don't know why it wasn't written by Vicky. Vicky's favorite character is Spotted Leaf. Ever. Period. I'm just gonna make her nose like, yeah, I didn't put any pink on them, so I'm just gonna keep her nose this color. I vectorized Squirrel and Leaf yesterday while I was watching some television. I'm here to talk about your extended car's warranty. Morning Kit runs a phone phishing call center that tells me that my USPS package is in the UPS warehouse and needs my phone number to authenticate it. I don't know what to do with her nose. You don't know your own phone number? It's pretty important to know your own phone number. I would recommend learning it. I don't know if I should be like, I'm pretty sure this pin will be fine. I'm sure Morning Kit won't have a sudden change of personality anytime soon. That's never happened with the Warrior Cats character, ever. Surely not. You guys should definitely know your phone number. You should know your phone number. You should know your emergency contact. You should know at least one person's emergency contact phone number. And you need to know your social security number. Put up your big boy panties and learn your life numbers. I promise it'll be worth it. Of course, I feel like those get easier to remember as you get older because people just constantly ask them from you. So you just like by inherent memorization. Now, the one thing that I would recommend you don't memorize is your credit card number. Because that's just dangerous. If you can like memorize that number and just put it into whatever website you need it to go into, no, that's too dangerous. Then it's too easy to learn money, or it's too easy to spend money. I feel like it's at least important to know your phone number because if somebody needs to call you to like find your phone, you need to be able to type that number in. Did you guys have to learn phone numbers when you were younger? Like the phone number of your house and stuff like that? I guess it's probably not. I mean, the one that I learned was not the same one that I use for like a personal thing, but I know all my numbers. Congratulations. I am happy. You don't even know your own address? Okay, to be fair, I am very bad with addresses. I never learned my... I'm pretty bad with addresses. I agree. That is probably something... I mean, I know the address that I live in now. But I have not... I do not remember every single address that I lived in. You remember addresses fairly easily. That's good. That's good. I think working at like a post office or a UPS store helped me with zip codes. A little bit, but zip codes are very hard to remember. I grew up with blackberries. That's a deep cut. I do believe one of my first phones was like a BlackBerry. I still remember my first phone that had a keyboard. Like a full keyboard instead of just like numerical pad. It was goated. I think I'm going to like do something like that. I kind of like that. Zip codes are area codes. Yeah. Zip codes in the America are so a fun fact for you guys, which you probably I didn't really realize until I started working with zip codes, like in a shipping company. If you look at America, pretend this looks like America. It kind of does. The further west you go, the higher the zip code numbers are. So all the zip codes on the East Coast are like 0, 0, 1, 0, whatever, or like 1, 1, whatever, 2. And then the ones like in California and Seattle like start with 9, 8. Like Ohio's all start with 4. So if you have a zip code, you can kind of like... You can kind of see where it is in America. Yeah. So people on the West Coast, a lot of zip codes will start. Now, Texas, I believe, starts with 7, so... But... And I think, like... Yeah. So does Oklahoma, yes. It kind of like moves west. Hawaii and Alaska, I believe, both also have 9 in their zip codes. At the beginning of them. Hey, Mion. Yeah. Midwest has like 4 and 5. I want to get her crescent moons in there. It's very important to her character design that I keep the crescent moons in her eyes. One time I looked up, now I'm just talking about zip codes. One time I looked up where the most expensive zip code is in the country, and it's actually in Florida. I thought it would be in California. I looked up the most expensive zip code by state as well once. Because I was interested. Sometimes I go down weird rabbit holes. Where, like, you're driving in your car and you think of something really crazy and weird and you just, like, have to look it up. Or, like, shower thoughts. You go down the rabbit hole. Not New York or California. Yeah, I would have thought it would be like Beverly Hills or something, but no, it's I don't remember which beach it is, but it is like a beachfront. Like, I think it was accumulating. It wasn't like what is the most expensive house in the zip code. It's like an average. So I think some of those zip codes, like for example, for New York, there's just a lot of like housing that is not $1 million. So I think it just averages out. I was taking the driver's test and the guy asked me my personal numbers and I said them all without looking at my card and he was so shocked it was the test I actually passed. Ooh. You passed. Congrats, Mion. I did not pass my first driver's test. I had to take it twice. I am very happy for you. You passed yours the first time? Congrats, congrats. I was told that I was too heavy on the brakes. I think the girl just, like, hated me. I'm gonna be real with you. She said that I didn't stop slow enough. I'm like, yeah, but I stopped. Get out of here. Frick you. I was so pissed. I'm trying to think if I want her other eye to be touching. I feel like it would work better if it was touching. Oh yeah, Warrior Cats animated. I don't know when I don't know when applications will be finished being reviewed, but there is a lot of applications and there's only a couple of us reviewing them. So, but I promise that they're being worked on every single day. So we're trying our hardest to get through them. So hopefully it won't be like a painfully long time to wait. I like that. It's a little different than what it is, but I think it reads a little better. Yeah, Morning Kit has like sunbeam eyes. I'm gonna make him look a little better. Morning Kit's very sketchy. It's still so wild that people can like drive. It's definitely something that gets easier as you do it. Like, it becomes less stressful with experience. I used to have terrible car anxiety. Like, I didn't even want to drive. Anything that was over, like, a 10-minute drive away from me, I didn't want to do. But I didn't... I don't know. You just keep working at it. You keep kind of, like... driving. And eventually it becomes less stressful. And now I do 9-hour car trips to random states to sell Warrior Cat stuff. But do you guys have to do the parking maneuver where you need to place the car between 2 cones? Yeah. Parallel parking. I think it is called something, but I can't remember what it's called. But it's basically parallel parking. You do have to do that test. To test your ability to, like, read your mirrors and see yourself in a... spatially while you're still in your car or whatever. Never driven on a highway. I have a friend that doesn't like driving on highways. She'll pretty much take the back roads anywhere. So you are not alone. I actually think that driving on highways are usually less stressful for long car trips, just because there's multiple lanes and you can just kind of like go into the furthest lane away from the exits and kind of just cruise. I think that the most stressful place to drive for me personally is in the city. Because in the city, there's a lot of variables crossing the road and a lot more tighter roads. Everything's a little bit closer together, the cars too. There's usually people in cities that are very, like, familiar with the roads and will kind of force you to make split-second decisions that you're not super confident on. But cities are another, like, thing where as you drive through cities, at least, like, specific cities, I'm a lot more comfortable in. Like Columbus, obviously, but I'm pretty comfortable driving in Chicago. Midwest cities, I feel like cities are different based on, like, location-wise of where they are. I feel like Midwest cities are usually a little bit easier for me to assert myself in than East Coast cities, like Boston or New York. I have driven through New York City before. I got honked at almost every single intersection. I did not take it personally, though. I didn't want to be there. The person behind me didn't want me to be there. I'm like, we're just getting through this. It's you and me, bud. Except for Minneapolis. I have never driven through Minneapolis, so... I feel like driving through cities is a little bit easier now with, like, GPSs being the way they are now, where they'll tell you exactly what lane you have to be in and stuff like that. It does take a lot of stress away for a GPS to be like, hey, there's 3 lanes here, please get into these 2 lanes. For me, at least. When I fly to cities, do you take taxis? So it depends on the city, I guess. I am old enough to be able to rent a car. So I've rented cars before. I've been the passenger and just had people drive me around before. In New York, you don't... I mean, I just take an Uber to my sister's place, and then there's, like, actual public transportation that you don't need a car. But I usually just drive. I don't know. I have rented cars. I think you have to be... What do you have to be, like, 25 to rent a car or something? I know, I love Waze. Waze is like... I don't drive without Waze on. Yeah, we have scooters around here. I haven't flown to a city in a while that didn't have public transportation available. Or is this like literally driving on a mountain? What it's like driving in the US? It's very different depending on the area that you're in. Driving in a bus lane? Yeah. I think, so I guess I was in Las Vegas and I just walked / Ubered places. So... And then they have like this train or something. Makes me, every day I thank the universe I am not a Floridian. I turn now, good luck everyone else. Okay, I feel like, I know that I'm really like hyping up the Midwest, but I genuinely feel like after driving in certain parts of the country that the Midwest, people in the Midwest are some of the nicest drivers. Yes, you still get the a-holes that don't let you merge in or whatever, but the majority, and then you get the people that brake check you, like, but the majority of the time, my driving experience around here is pleasant. And by pleasant, I mean it leaves no impression on me. Whereas anytime I'm driving anywhere else in the country, I'm like, why is everyone just so mean? I'm like, why are you honking at me? Can't you just give me... I mean, I was talking to somebody that grew up in New York, and I had to explain to him the difference between, like, laying on your horn, like going, wah, versus the nice little Midwestern wah wah that we do. When you're looking down at your phone and you don't realize that the light has changed and everyone else is getting holed up behind you, and you just go the wah wah, and it makes the person look up and start going. I'm like, you don't gotta lay on your horn for that. Just do the little nudge nudge. Yeah, the wah wah. They didn't understand the concept. They didn't understand the concept of not just, like, laying on your horn for 5 seconds to get the person in front of you to move. Okay, I feel like I'm, like, thickening up the lines a little bit too much. I'm in the 40s. Okay, I need to be in, like, 35 or 30 while I while I line this. Moon kit or morning kit is just going to be looking like a regular old kitty cat. I've dubbed it so. Adults and peanuts be like. That's funny. I was watching Full Metal Alchemist last night, you guys. It was a doozy. Okay, where's morning kit? No special effects for morning kit. How far am I? We finished episode 33, so we're a little over halfway done, I think. Crap has hit the fan. Metaphorically speaking. It was War Crimes, the TV show last night. We had to stop right before they got into the snowy, the wintry north place, and we saw Armstrong's sister, but then we had to stop. We got her like intro little scene, but and then we had I was tired. It was midnight and I was like, I can't do anymore. I'm not strong enough. Do you think Envy is funny? I don't find him particularly amusing. I don't find that stuff amusing anymore. I was fairly amused when he turned into a 3D model. That was pretty unexpected. Yeah, that one's even... Okay, Rin, that one's even crazier in the old version. And then, well, I got Hugh's content, which was nice. I like Hugh's. It was wrapped up with war crimes, but I'll get what I can take. Sorry, can we cool it on the multiple comments that only have like one character in them? The otter. Get a smug little grin going on her. She is. That's exactly what I was thinking. Oh, I'm like, it's time to be smug. That MFMA episode was messed up. There's a lot of messed up episodes. Pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy that like high schoolers watch that show. I don't know. It seems like it's really deep. There's a lot of people. I mean, that is when usually people watch that show. And so it's like, it's crazy to me that it has such like... I don't know. I didn't expect it to hit like such heavy topics. Like pretty unrelentlessly. Or not unrelentlessly. Pretty relentlessly hitting like really hard topics. Yeah, when Envy killed the guy with glasses. That's Hughes. That's my favorite. Dude, Rin, we have the same favorite character? Ugh. Good taste. I know. I like the boundless optimism from him and Al. They're definitely my favorite characters. I know. I know. And you have to like watch him die like 50 times. It's crazy. Full Metal Alchemist, yeah. Did anything happen to Lust? I am past the fight where Lust and... This sounds so weird if you don't know what Full Metal Alchemist is. I'm so sorry. I got to the part where Lust faces off against Mustang. I am past that part. That was a freaking hardcore part too. Let's see if I can't get this simplified up a little bit more. Like burn. The part I remember the most about that scene is that the Mustang guy comes around and he's like... Les is like, oh, you haven't died because of your injuries. And he's like, I burned them clothes. And I'm like, that's the most Full Metal thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It's like you just burned your own injuries clothes. I'm like, holy crap, this guy. He's hardcore. That part was funny to me. The anime is very over the top. Is FMA about the 7 deadly sins? They are utilized in the show, but it's... I don't know how much of it is kind of just... Anime likes to use, like, Bible themes very loosely. I'm, like, thinking, like, Evangelion and stuff like that. So I don't know how much of it is actually, like, kind of just anime using it because it's cool, or, like, if they're actually trying to say something. I could imagine both, but right now I kind of just... I don't know, there are, like, moments in the show that are definitely, like, trying to touch on religious topics, but I generally don't think it's anything that's, like... They're trying to say something? Okay. I haven't really gotten the point yet. They weren't really utilized at all in the 03 version. I've watched 03, and in 03 they were kind of just like aesthetically sprinkled that was their names. But the show is not about that. Honestly, the show is very different than what I thought it would be when I first came in. Like, it's obviously it's about alchemy, but I didn't realize that it was like war crimes too. That sounds so weird. I'm so sorry. I mean, there's definitely a lot of symbolism for like World War II Japan and stuff like that, I think. with like the militaristic state and stuff. Not to get too philosophical. Is it a recent watch? Yeah, I'm watching it right now, Mion. For the first time. It's explained later. Yeah, probably. It does seem like they're utilizing the concepts of the 7 deadly sins a lot more in the Brotherhood show than they ever did in 03. Socrates moment. Oh gosh. Got thrown into the anime abyss. I watch anime once a week. And that is plenty for me right now. I feel like it's a good balance. And Wednesday is my anime night, so it is fresh in my mind. I just watched like a handful of episodes. I think that looks okay. So for enamel pins, you have to have a thicker outline on the outside than on the inside, or at least like a minimum. My last anime, yeah. Before I started watching anime again with my buddies, my last one was like JoJo, I think. Get through the Stone Ocean. Yeah, I haven't watched Stone Ocean. Stone Ocean's not my favorite JoJo part, but... and I'm gonna be real with you, you don't need Stone Ocean for Steel Ball Run, which I'm very excited for. So, I don't know. And also, it's like, it's only on Hulu or something, isn't it? It's not on Crunchyroll. I don't know. Yeah, Steel Ball Run's really good. Steel Ball Run is after Stone Ocean. Stone Ocean just didn't really capture my attention that much. Part 5, it's just kind of like the part in between Part 5 and Part 7, which are my 2 favorite parts. Stone Ocean's on Netflix, okay. I say I don't like Stone Ocean, but Stone Ocean gave me one of my favorite meme images that like perfectly encapsulated my personality in 2018 and 2019. So I don't know. I guess it did give me some good memes. I don't know if I'd be able to find the picture anymore. I think I'm just gonna simplify. I almost feel like, do I... yeah, I guess I'll do something like that. Yeah, I like Jolene, but I didn't find like Poochie to be that compelling. I don't know. Not now. Watch any of the Genja? I think I watched like the first episode of like one of the weeds. Genja Densetsu weeds. I don't know which one. A long time ago. But I didn't really watch it. I didn't watch Wolf's Rain. I'm gonna like separate out the... Can't beat part 3. Part 3 is really good. Part 2 is really good too. Part 2's anime is pretty solid. Part 2 feels like a perfect introduction into how stupid JoJo is. But part 3 is iconic. Pretty much, I mean, even though I say like part 1 and part 5 is like my least favorite JoJo's, I think they still are good. Hunter x Hunter? I have not. I have not watched a lot of shonens. I watched Soul Eater when I was a kid, and I watched Blue Exorcist. And I watched the first season of Boku no Hero Academia, but I never watched any other seasons. Any shows that you haven't watched yet that we plan to? After we watch Fullmetal Alchemist, we're gonna watch Death Note. And then... I don't remember what other ones are on there. I watch with 2 other people, so we kind of like... I was the one that picked Fullmetal Alchemist, so... we kind of like rotate which one we'll watch next based on like what another person wants. And so I picked Fullmetal Alchemist, so I'm not sure what we're watching next. It will be someone else's choice. Code Geass, I have not. Some of my friends want to rewatch shows that I have watched, but they haven't watched, so... Like one of my friends wants to watch Evangelion, but I've watched Evangelion personally. We might watch the baseball anime again. What's be more nostalgic for all of us, though? Kind of like reliving the glory days. We should watch that one together. Code Geass? How long is it? I have a limit. Like, I will not watch One Piece. One Piece is off the table for me. I might watch the live action because it's only like 12 episodes. I can't. Fullmetal Alchemist is pretty much the limit to how long of an anime I will watch nowadays. Have I watched Attack on Titan? I've seen the first 2 seasons, and then I read the manga up to a point where I was caught up, and then I never finished it. So yes, I have watched a decent amount of Attack on Titan. I think my friend was a lot more into Attack on Titan than I was. I remember... I don't know if it was the first, like, 24 episodes I watched, and then I started reading the manga. And then the manga... The thing about Attack on Titan for me was that it's a quintessential... The journey is a lot better than the ending anime, where once they started explaining what was happening, and, like, the reasoning behind... like all the mysteries and stuff, it started to like not be as okay. I don't like that these are all connected like that. Once they started kind of like explaining like, oh, this is why this happened. I'm not going to spoil anything. This is why this happened. Blah 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 blah. It was like none of the explanations were actually satisfying, and I started to like lose interest. I was like, this is stupid. 2 seasons? I could do 2 seasons. There's a lot of animes like that. Like, Promised Neverland was like that for me. I remember watching the first season of it, and then I started reading the manga, and I was like... The initial... Anime, in general, does a really good job of, like, creating a storyline with mystery, but they're not... It's very... There's very few that actually, once the mystery starts unraveling, it's, like... satisfyingly unraveling, if that makes sense. Fullmetal Alchemist is different. Fullmetal Alchemist is been a very interesting unravel. I'm just gonna give her 1 paw pad. One-star Morningflower and Ashfoot. No one has asked for them. No one has even mentioned them. So they are not on my radar right now. Okay, let's see what we can do here, color-wise. You put Blossom, Briar, Bumble. Dark and Gray Stripe I have no interest in doing, mainly because they aren't litter mates, and also they don't really ever have that much interaction, period. I was surprised. I honestly think that I could come up with a fairly good composition of Briar, Blossom, and Bumble with, like... Because I specifically remember how much I enjoyed watching Bumble, Stripe, like, support Blossom Fall after the accident. So I feel like I could actually make a pretty good pin with the 3 of them, but not very many people asked for them. But their sibling relationship is something that I do like. I think I might. Because this is the only part of her that's that light color. So I wonder if I could just combine it with this one. Am I reading a Warriors book right now? No, I've read them all. The one that I need to be rereading is Tiger Heart Shadow, but I haven't started it yet. I'm reading Mandatory right now. I'm on book 2. Oh, I forgot her other... Yeah, I like that. Tripod. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They've never really performed amputation. Over the span. You watched an entire anime in 2 to 3 days? Holy crapoly. That's a lot of anime watching. I feel like I would be super overwhelmed. I wouldn't be able to take it in. Unless the anime was only like maybe 12 episodes. I guess I could watch a 12 episode anime in like that much. Yeah, they've amputated tails. But I guess in, like, the Aaron Hunter's mind, like, amputating tails is... I don't know. Less... You were overwhelmed. I would expect so. I've been watching it for the last 2 months. And I'm on episode 30, and I'm overwhelmed. Oh, no. I think I made her other eye, yeah, the same colors. Okay. Now, I know I changed her upper head color, but it is one less color. So how many colors are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors. Transformers era? Ooh. I found out a couple weekends ago that there are 3 Transformers that have to all transform at the same exact time just to make a camera, a digital camera, and I was like, that's crazy. Hey, why? Biking! Oh my goodness. Exercise. Good luck out there, good luck. It is a little bit too cold to go biking today for me. Can we do Twig and Violet? We already did Twig and Violet. They're all cleaned up. I wanna make this feather just a little bit smaller because I think it's touching Twig Kit's nose. It's a little too close to her nose. Clean Morning Kit Moon Paw. Let me save this. Oh my gosh. I'm wondering if I could add... do I want to add white pupils onto Moon? I don't think so, because I don't think that they'll look good on Morning. We'll see, though. Yeah, I vectorized her. I vectorized this one yesterday. And then, so these two are vectorized. Okay, so we can clean up... Hold on, let me look at my questionnaire again. So we can clean up Hawkmoth and Tadpole, or we can work on Storm and Feather, or let's see, Blue Star Snowfur. I don't really know what I want to do for them yet. Yeah, this is Hawkmoth and Tadpole. Yeah. Okay, start a pool. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't want to work on it all at once. I like bouncing around, Evie. It keeps me like, sometimes I'll just clean up right away, but sometimes I work too long. I worked for an hour on this sketch and then I'm like, I want to take a break before I work for another hour on cleaning it up type of thing, you know? I also want to try sketching maybe blue and snow. For sure. I don't really want to try Firestar and Scourge right now. I don't. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do those three. I'm gonna go downstairs and take some medicine, and I will be right back while you guys vote. I mean, we'll probably do all three of those things today, by the way. Wow, you guys just want me to do blue and snow. Wow. I see how it is. We hate Rin. No love to my mods, I see. $42. The biggest cry. Gets blue and snow. Well, it's okay, Rin. I can do them too. If we don't get to all of them, I know where to find you. I already feel bad that I did Hawk, Moth, and Tadpole when you weren't here. Okay. Don't hurt my eyes. People ask me why I draw on gray. It's because my eyes hurt if I draw on white. I got work. Okay, well... that's fine, I guess. I'm sorry. Okay. See you, Rin. Thanks for stopping in before work. Why can't I get rid of this freaking... when you clean your glasses, but it's like you didn't even clean them. Okay. I haven't seen as many messages get flagged today. But yes, most of the messages are flagged, kinda. Okay, this is not Blue Star. Or it is Blue Star, but where is her thing? I never finished it. That's fine. Okay. When you just smudge the dirt around and not actually clean it, yeah. These aren't even, they're not glass, they're just plastic. I'm just wearing blue light lenses. They have no prescription on them. But they just help me, I already have a headache. That's what I went to go take medicine for. And so I'm wearing them to prevent further headaches. Little pistol Blue Star. Okay, let's see what I want to do. I'm going to sketch kind of small. I'm going to do a couple of options. Let me get snow fur out of here too. Okay. I used to line all of my markings. It helps for animation. I actually just stopped lining my markings once I stopped drawing in Flash. Hmm. I'm pretty sure it's canon that she has gray ear tips. Let me see. Yeah, she has gray tipped ears. I think I have something in my mind. Let's see if I can't get it. I lost the tip of my Apple Pencil. Apple Pencils have tips? I don't know what an Apple Pencil looks like. This post was made by someone that doesn't know what an Apple Pencil looks like. I'm thinking of the moment that Snowfur gets run over. And they're like fighting Shadow Clan off. Yeah, there was a couple people that got Splash and Fog. There's a couple people that wanted like Curl Feather and Podlight. A decent amount wanted Froston and her siblings. I think that was the one that was the most where people were like Froston and her siblings. And I'm like, I don't really think that bodes well for like... And the sky fall and the crumble. Mm. I don't know what pose I want Snowfur to be in. I'm kinda struggling with it. Like, I don't know if I want her head to be up here. Or if I want both of their heads to be together. Or do I want them to have more of like a sisterly bond? So many options. Like completely matching the poses? Frostdawn, like, has brief conversations with them, but they're not really, like, ever mentioned to be doing anything. Together. I mean, they get they like, kind of get called out for being, like, Curlfeather's kits. Like Miss Sludge and like I almost feel like this is a good one for Thunder and Lightning Tail. Yeah. Somebody's got to have a kitten pile. I wanted Rusty and Princess to be cuddling. See, I just don't know if I want this pin to be that aggressive. Not that anybody wanted a Thunder and Lightning Tail pin, but it's a Nifty-Senpai Aware series. It's gonna include Dawn of the Clans. Sorry, you know what you're getting. Yeah, October. Or hey, Ferret, sorry. I'm like, October's been here. Why am I saying hi? I greatly appreciate the Dawn. You see, honestly, I feel like my Dawn of the Clan stuff doesn't... I mean, my Greywing and Clear Sky pins, I got a lot more than I asked for. I only asked for like 30 when I got them, and I got like 50 of them, and I mean, I've been selling them, so... People like the Greywing one. Hey, Deathloop. Yeah, the Rusty and Princess one, I kind of had an idea for. think the snow fur and blue fur one surprised me with how popular it was, just because I don't really have a clear idea of what I want it to look like. Maybe if I like pushed her body further this way. I would like the tail tip to be showing. And then her ears. Like if her ears were back with like... I feel like it'll read as snow fur. Maybe. This is kind of how my sketching goes, by the way. I don't have any pins in my shop right now. I sent out an email to an enamel pin producer to get started on quotes, but this will be my first venture into making enamel pins. I have keychains. But no pins. Moon Kit and Morning Kit will definitely be on the Kickstarter campaign if they get funded. Pretty much all of the ones that I'm doing will be on the campaign, but I don't know how many of them will get funded. Some of them might just end up as stickers. Yeah, I haven't done River, Wind, or Sky. I've only done 2 of the lake camps. And I would like to have her little boa in there. I don't know how much her back is reading though. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm just taking a quick break. I want to do the Moonstone next because it's been in progress for a couple of, like, probably about a year. But I think the one that won the pool is Blood Clan, and I think that somebody on Twitter, like, reposted that and was like, oh my gosh, Nifty-Senpai is gonna do the Blood Clan camp next. And I was like, oh my god. And now people are expecting me to do it next, even though I was kind of just gauging the interest. I'm like, oh god. I really don't want to do it. Yeah, the Moonstone sketch looks like this right now. Oh, where is it? So it needs to be done. Eventually. It's okay. I don't care if Twitter thinks I'm doing the Blood Clan Alley next and I post the Moonstone. It'll be done. I'm just like... you guys don't understand. This is why I don't let Twitter pick which ones they want to see next. They're not understanding. Tumblr, you're way more understanding. I love you, Tumblr. I think I'm gonna make their eye color the same shade. I don't know if I'm gonna give her her little gaze or not. I don't know if they'll look good, like, stand it out like that. Different eye shapes. I don't know. I have very anime eye shapes. So I don't really have a standard eye shape. I just kind of go with vibes. Like if the head is more round, then I'll probably give them more round eyes, or if it's like more of a teardrop, that's when I get like the teardrop shapes coming out. Do I want her to be like this, or do I want her to have more of like maybe sideways? We'll see, we'll see. So like, I don't know. Usually I kind of just... Sometimes I'll give him the cat eyes. Sometimes I'll be like, nope, we're going full anime. Those are my two options. Cat eyes or anime. I have 3 options for hair, but you get 2 options for eyes. Well, actually, my third option is just dots. Or no eyes, yeah, or eyes closed if I don't feel like giving you an eye color. We're going by vibes. That's how I always go. It's just vibes around here. See, I feel like I might want a... Like, do I want an... paw out? I couldn't remember the word for paw. I'm sorry, my brain, like I said, it's really struggling today. I think I might just simplify that up to be like this. I've been doing like simple eyes for these ones mostly. No, I mean, look, anime eyes, cat eyes. Cat eyes, cat eyes. Okay, well then you have Jay Feather, who's just like circles, but that's because he is a circle boy. What, Pippi? Oh my goodness, we have Apple today. What's up? Give me a sec, I gotta clear off the spot for her to get up on the bed. Okay. She is on the bed. She is content. What? Has Apple ever closed my program? She has not. She would never. She knows she only gets fed if I am drawing. I kind of want to make their eyes bigger on the enamel pins. Apple's warrior name would be Apple Blaze. I think I need to push down. Her face isn't looking right. I feel like I want to not that big. I have to like balance the tangents with like, because I feel like enamel pins you kind of want to use that negative space and like, I don't know, at least the enamel pins that I see. I feel like sometimes simpler is better on them because they're smaller. She doesn't have any markings on her back. I almost want to, if I push this over like this and then just kind of scoochie the whole thing over. I almost wonder. If I should try to have her back leg showing. I don't like that. I kind of like it better when it's like just kind of tucked behind her. Animate all of Little Pistol single-handedly. I'm not. No one is going to be doing that, not even me. What if I like put down her ear? And then like had a little bit of the shoulder showing? No, I don't think you'd be able to tell that that's the shoulder at that point. I just feel like this is a little bit too... Like she's not gonna have any markings there. Her gray ears are big. Okay, let's just color this and see how it looks. There's a lot of this that's like a little bit awkward, but we'll see, we'll see. Did I clean up my lines? I did. Except for Snowfur's tail. Janetta. I actually might remove her top color. That, or if Snowfur's gray is the same color as it, I can keep it in. Uh-oh, Apple's on the desk. Uh-oh. She's come to cause trouble. What's up, girly? I can't widen the canvas, Basil. It has to be a square canvas, is the thing. I can't widen it. What it be? Yeah, I might be able to get away with it if... Apple's gonna set a bomb? She would never. She is walking all over the desk. They're blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-die. See, I don't like this right here. This area right here. I feel like there's too many things converging into one space here. I could probably widen her tail tip or shrink her tail tip. The only way I could see putting her paw pad out is like, what are you doing, girl? Oh my god, Apple. Well, at first I thought she could have it right here, but it's gonna complicate the pose too much, I feel like. Like, I'd have to rework her whole pose, I think. Because now it's like on her belly, so... She's not looking at Blue Star, they're looking at their... Looking at the Shadow Clan cat surrounding them right before she goes poof. Why would she? She's not even looking at Blue Star, she's looking up. Hmm? Confusing. Or is this it? It's our fault a monster came? It kind of is. We are all, in fact, the monster. Yeah, see, I mean, I like the inclusion of the paw, especially when both of them don't have too much going on. I just, like, design-wise, but it's just, now it's just like a lump, you know? I don't know. We'll see. We'll sit on it. I do like this one though for Thunder, and I like this one for something. Whether it be like Thunder and Lightning Tail, or I don't know. I'm gonna label this one Thunder and Lightning. And move it over here. How's the questionnaire going? 456 responses. Blue Star and Snowfur are now winning over Firestar and Scourge again. Grayman and Clear Sky cleared 100 votes. Shadow Sight, Light Leap, and Pound Step cleared 100 votes. Great. Bramble and Hawkfrost cleared 100 votes too. And Alder and Spark. Yeah, I want to shrink that feather. I like the Moonpaw and Morning Kit one. I almost feel like it's my favorite one I've done so far, which is kind of crazy. How did Poppy, Cinder, and Holly do? Aside from the one person that demanded I put Molepaw in with them, they're at 64 votes, so about 14% of people who take the quiz selected them. They are asked for the same amount of times as Pebbleheart Sparrowfur and Owl Eyes, Jackdaw's Cry and Falling Feather, Tall Shadow and Moon Shadow, White Storm and Tiger Claw, and Willow Breeze and Grey Pool. So not actually that popular for having relatively popular characters. We have a couple people that want me to include Tawny Pelt and Mothwing, but they like never talk. So I don't know what I would do with them. Like, they don't even have like a scene that I remember them interacting in. Is the thing. I like to do characters that have a scene of like doing something, you know? Like, I want to prioritize sibling relationships that we actually see on screen. And before you call me a hypocrite by putting Strikestone, Juniper Claw, and Sleek Whisker on there, shut up. That one is specifically just for me. I genuinely don't think that the enamel pin will be made of them. But I do want them on a sticker. Okay, I'm gonna clean up Hawk Moth and Tadpole. Let me save this as enamel, snow, blue. The way I'm still drawing cats. It's crazy that you picked the Everything Moves map. That one is... I feel like Everything Moves is pretty late in my videography. When did Everything Moves come out? In 17 or 18? I've been drawing for Werecat since 09. I guess it's 26 now. It came out in 2020. It did not come out in 2020. 2019? When did Everything Moves come out? Hold on, I'll look it up. Uh, 2019. So 2019, I had been drawing Werecats for 10 years before Everything Moves. I decided to host Everything Moves. Yeah, I didn't think it came out in 2020 because I remember Everything Moves came out. I kind of took a step back from the fandom while I graduated college, and then COVID hit, and then I decided that I would draw every single Werecat again. And I think I finished... Did I finish the challenge? I think in 2021, I think I finished it. The link to the blog is in the description, Piper. It's what I have on the side of my screen here. Ad blockers. Never feel bad using an ad blocker on my channel, you guys. I use ad blockers everywhere. I completely understand. I mean, I should probably get YouTube Premium. I think YouTube is probably the video platform I watch the most, like even over in like Netflix and Hulu and everything, which I am paying for. But there's something like deep down inside that remembers that YouTube started out as a free platform. And then I'm also just like, why don't I get YouTube Premium for free? Because I make money for you. I feel like as somebody that's making money or creating things for your platform, I shouldn't have to pay for YouTube Premium. You should just give it to me for free. Slash, take it out of my freaking paycheck. I don't care. Did you get my suggestion in the forums? Did you do it right now? I had somebody ask for Pine Star, Frecklewish, and Birch Face. Was that you? Hold on, I'm looking. It was last night. I had a couple people ask for for Frecklewish and Birch Face, but I think you were the only one, maybe. Yeah, Pine Star or Petal, and you were the only person that put Petal Patch Enlarged. I did think that was you. I like how you picked Blue Star, Jackdaw's Cry, and Strike Stone. Thank you. We started the Blue Star Snowfur one. I'm not 100% sold on this, but it's certainly theory crafting. Blue Star and Snowfur are the fourth highest after the first three that don't count because I knew they would win. Which is kind of crazy. Well, some of them I probably will just make into stickers. Like, not all of them will end up enamel pins, probably. So... Some people ask for some keychains, so I don't know, maybe some of them will get keychains. Part of me is like, if I made them enamel pins or acrylic pins, that'd probably be easier on my wallet, but I want to try my hand at making enamels. I'm getting some good vector practice in for my portfolio, even if it's cats again. Cats again? No problem. I don't care. Piper? Amberleaf's a very specific pick. It's very interesting. I don't really remember what my Amberleaf looks like. Little baby. How's everyone doing on this fine Thursday? I'm on a single cup of coffee. I'm dying. In Minecraft. Please, YouTube, don't ban me. Tired. Yeah. Yeah. Sick. Just opened comms. Hey, Yellow. Welcome in. Congrats. I don't know. I've been feeling very lethargic today. I doubt I'm sick. I feel like if I would have gotten sick from going to New York, it would have happened like... Oh, well, I could be sick because I went to that baby shower. I didn't think about that. I was around kiddos. Oh yeah, how's the hangout, Dia? Are you enjoying yourself? Cats the Musical last night. Interesting. Scripting Darktail stuff. Good luck. I am hoping to finish storyboarding The Sing of the Moon. Well, I would love to finish it this month, but I don't know. Maybe next month. Oh my gosh. Very happy for y'all. Wake up every morning. Firestar? Wait, which Firestar? Your Firestar? Cats the Musical? You never heard of it, Pixie? It's a pretty old musical, I think. It's like a classic, I thought. The new ones? Ugh. Disappointing. For an animation project. Ooh, which one? Good luck. Cats the Musical is played by humans, but I don't think that they were talking about that weird CGI movie. Uh-oh, Photoshop's decided it's gonna act up now. Oh, the Soaring 3 one. Yeah, we have a couple people in chat that is in that. Hold on, I have to close out Photoshop. I didn't realize that applications were open for the Power of 3 thing as well. There we go. All is right with the world. What do you guys... I think I have to decide what kind of latches go on the back of these. Like rubber latches or metal latches. I think I want this to go like this. I need to not neglect. Oh my gosh. Do you guys ever get to, like, there's a point in the day where you just start thinking about all of the things that you want to do / need to do at the same exact time, and then you feel overwhelmed? That's like me right now. Hey, Amy. I think we're all just chilling here. Also, I just remembered I have to mail a check today. Oh my god. I can't forget this one. Okay. I don't think he has another arm, but it's okay. It's okay. I mean, the only other place I could put it is like right there. I get the reference, Dark Leaf. That's the Hamilton reference. We'll see if that actually reads okay. Mothwing. Magnolia, you remember me at my worst moments. That is kind of what's happening, though, if you think about it. Folding the dishes. I want to know who said that. I really want to know who said that. It was really early on in my streaming and I wasn't as familiar with like regulars. I need to know who said that. I need to know how much of an impact they had on us. As a community. My favorite Warrior Cats character? It depends. I am going to be real. I'm not a huge fan of any of these three. I mean, like, they're fine, but none of them are my favorite characters, I guess. But a lot of my favorite characters are included in the pin sets that I want to do. These guys are fine. Yeah, I don't remember what vid it was. It was one of the really early ones, though. And Little Kit. Ferret, did you put Little Kit and Cloud Pelt on the survey? Repping them? For advertising, I have been very fortunate in that I have not had to advertise my commissions in a while, other than just posting a message on my social media. But when I was first starting out, sometimes the way that I would advertise is I would draw somebody that was like, had a little bit more of a following than me as like an example, because then That'll like get people looking like a recognizable character. And then you have like some examples as well. But yeah, I usually just advertise on my social media. But yeah, that's what I used to do when I was like still up and coming. I did like some fan art for like Alley Cat Nia and like Triple of Doom, like a lot of like more well-known artists, because then like they might reblog it or they might say thanks, and then like their following sees your art, and I don't know. I feel like as an artist, sometimes you have to do some quote-unquote free examples before you start getting any takers. Unfortunately. Oh, you have drawn me? Oh, yeah, you did draw me. It was really cute. I liked the shading a lot. Hey, Moonlight. I did not mean to put the skull emoji. How did I get introduced? So my introduction into Warriors Cats was at art class when I was in middle school. Well, all throughout my childhood, I went to a weekly art class, which was by like just somebody in town. It was like for an hour a week, and there was a girl there. When I was in middle school, there was a girl there that had just read Warrior Cats, and she, during the art class, she was like assigning us all Warrior Cat characters. And she assigned herself Blue Star, and she assigned me Longtail. And so I enjoyed cats at that point. I was reading like Tale of Despero. I was reading like Miss Mantle Chronicles, Tale of Despero, like all of these kind of like animal xenofictions or whatever. Xenofictions, animal fiction books. And so I was like, okay, I'll read this. And so I started reading it. I want to say that was probably in like 2007. Yeah, I want to say that was probably, I probably started reading it in 7th grade. Because I think in 6th grade I was more reading, like, I really enjoyed mice and cats, and so I read a lot of like mice books and cat books. Yeah, and she was probably being kind of mean when she mentioned that I was the long tail. But I remember us having a sort of like awkward sort of... I don't remember us being like super great friends. We just went to art class together. But I did introduce it to one of my other friends. And so we read the first 2 arcs together. And that's when we found SSS Warrior Cats' opening. Only the opening. And like Alley Cat Nia, and she introduced me to the internet. And then she did not read Power of Three, because I don't believe Power of Three was out when we were reading it. So she didn't continue reading it. But I did. And so in 07, I would have been 12. So I've been reading Warrior Cats for well over half my life at this point. Watched a bunch of... See, there wasn't that much Warrior Cat stuff on YouTube. We were on like the Pro Boards websites. There was RPs, Warrior's Wish, the forums, lots of RP websites. But yeah. Pretty much the only creators that were out were like Dark Kokiri, Alley Cat Nia, SSS had the opening out, but nothing else. And Triple Doom might have been posting stuff. But then there was like Super Turtle the first. Life of Warrior might have been posting stuff, but I don't know, because I don't remember them being on my radar until a little later. Blue Kyo Kitty, Invader Tiger Star. Silver the Puppy? I think so. Silver the Puppy was about the same time that I was in the fandom. Because I remember that Silver the Puppy also made... So, once SSS Warrior Cat started, all the rest of us were like, oh, we want to animate a book. So we all kind of picked a book to animate. Silver the Puppy was animating Blue Star's Prophecy in kind of like Okami style, which was really cool. I really wish... They kind of got bullied for it, if I remember correctly. Like, people thought it was kind of stupid. But that's because we were all like 13 and we didn't understand peak. Pretty much the only 2 people that were like... The 2 people that were making stuff consistently was Alley Cat Nia and Dark Kokiri. And then a lot of the people that kind of people contribute as being like 4 founders came after those 2, I will say. Like Momotad, I don't know. Blade, the guy that did the Firestar Doesn't Like Waffles. I don't know. Trivial Doom was a very early person too, though, because I remember Trivial Doom was the only one that actually finished an entire adaptation. Like, they completely finished the first book. They animated the... Animation is kind of a loose term. I mean, it was very loosely animated, but it was done. They released every single episode and covered the entire book. It was some of the first instances of, like, a sort of collaborative project towards the end of the book, I remember. There's an episode at the end of Trivial Doom's adaptation of Into the Wild where the Shadow Clan battle is happening, and they had asked people to contribute green screen fighting animations to help, like, with the episode. I helped do backgrounds for Trivial Doom. For Cow of the Wild and for their Warrior Cat stuff. But yeah. I think one of the first instances of, like, trying to do a collaborative animation project was done by Alley Cat Nia, but no one remembers it because it never happened, but they were asking for animations to combine together into a music video of, like, it was like Barbara Streisand, but it was Warrior Cats, and it was like Aaron Hunter. I remember doing, like, a green screen animation for that, but it never came out. And then the Firestar, I'm a believer or some, I don't know, came out. I think yes. Trivial Doom did My Pride. I remember Trivial Doom for the Iris, Blue Star thing. They did a lot of A and Bs that I remember. And then Cow of the Wild. My Pride was way later. Yeah. I don't think... See, I feel like I never went through an edgy phase. So I feel like I never really connected with Lightfoot Warrior stuff. I don't know why, but I just never had an edgy phase. I probably did. It's probably my Homestuck phase. But... I'm sure that Flighty was Flighty was a prominent member when I joined. I'm thinking of the people that were here before I joined. And I was a pretty early bird, but not the earliest bird. I have a suspicion I'm in my edgy phase. Being in an edgy phase is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh my gosh. When I was a kid, I would just find watching Eevee love stories. Hello, Bowie. Here, I'll show you what we've done today. We cleaned up Moonpaw and Morning Kit. We sketched out snow fur and blue fur. And now I'm cleaning up hawk moth and tadpole. My music ended. I'm super excited too. What do I want to do? I kind of just want to listen to indie game music. I don't know. I might do a short stream today. I mean, it's already 5 o'clock, but after I clean these guys up, I might just go sit down. My headache hasn't gone away. Ah. Wait, Bowie, I haven't subscribed to it. Wait, hold on. I need to buy it. Oh my god, I forgot that I can't freaking open the website on this computer. 50% of the way? Okay, I'll buy 3 of them. Norton just does not like that website. Yeah, Bowie, we can share links. Okay, I'll share the link. I can't like open it and show everybody, but this is the link to this guy who I'm so obsessed with. Oh my god, look at his little eyes. Oh my god, and he has Pete's. Ah! He turned out so lovely. Oh my goodness gracious, I just want to squish, squish, squish. Yeah, I need to buy those. I need to buy like 50 of them. Me, I don't have any money for this. I have to pay my taxes soon. Also me. Nah, it's okay. We're fine. We have enough money. I don't know when this enamel pin thing is going to happen, but it's not probably going to be live until like after FWA, I think. Well, I'd kind of love it to be live during FWA, but I know that Dia you want. I don't really want to make it live the same time as Dia's, even though it's different. Ah, man. A collab? Like, what do you mean? Like combine it? You're gonna have to send me some details. I didn't even think that this was an option. I need you to slip into my DMs and tell me the details. For each other's campaigns? Oh, I would do that. For people who pledge to both, would we easily be able to like track that? Is that something that you can track? I mean, we're both doing separate things. Like, you would be doing stuffed animals and I would be doing pins. More Warriors books. Definitely check out your, like, half-price bookstores. Space. Do you want me to call you, like, Space now or still Puppy? Dawn of the Clan old covers. The hardest covers for me to find were Yellowfang's Secret hardcover, for some godforsaken reason, was like the last book I had to find. I think I had to buy it for like 25 bucks. It was crazy. And then The Darkest Hour. You can still call me Puppy? Okay, okay. I didn't know if you wanted me to call you a different nickname. Yep, Tadpole has his amber eyes. My top 3 fave books from Warriors? I'll do Warriors, because I don't think that all of my top 3... I think some of my top 3, like, my favorite books ever probably wouldn't be demographically something that people would be interested in. My top 3 books. Fire and Ice. The First Battle, maybe? And... I'm just gonna say Tall Star's Revenge. No. Fire and Ice, First Battle, Forest of Secrets. I wanted to pick like a super edition, but see, Tall Star's Revenge I don't think overall is a really great super edition, but it has one of my absolute favorite scenes ever in Warrior Cats in it, which is the scene where Tall Tale wakes up in Jake's house and he's like Jake's describing his life and his like owner and how his owner like, yes, he tries to learn, but his accent is terrible. It makes me smile every single time. That chapter is so adorable. It makes me just so happy. But like overall the book isn't special at all. I mean, it's literally just like a revenge storyline, like you killed my father, prepare to die in Indigo Montoya or whatever. So I don't feel like it's one of my favorite books. I like the First Battle, and I honestly think A Light in the Mist is pretty solid, but I don't know if it's my favorite book. It seems like disingenuous to just pick a random book from an arc. See, Forest of Secrets for me, I don't know. It doesn't... It's fine. Pine Star's Choice, though. Ravenpaw's Farewell is really cute. Tiger Star and Sasha. You know what? I think I'm going to put Tiger Star and Sasha as my third one. I think that has the best writing of any Warrior Cats book. It's a shame that it's ugly as heck, but the little storylines in Tiger Star and Sasha are so, like, I I don't know. They hit really hard. Like the one with the old sailor and the one with her owners. It's one I remembered being better than it was, but it has so many awesome scenes. I agree with you. I agree with you. They're all at the end though. See, I like books that have little character moments or like character realizations or just like I don't know. Upon subsequent read-throughs, I really appreciate moments that solidify a personality in my mind. And I feel like Fire and Ice has a lot of really nice moments for like minor characters. And I like Brackenfur, and I like Brackenpaw, and I like Cinderpaw in it, and I like Cinderpaw, like I love that chapter where Cinderpaw gets injured. I love the pacing of that chapter in particular. Like every single time I read it, I'm like, this is a crazy chapter. And then I really like the Duskpelt and Sandstorm moment where they're defending the camp, and like there's kind of a... Honestly, the weakest part of Fire and Ice for me is like WindClan going to get WindClan, but it's not that much of the book. And then I don't really care for like the Gray Stripe Fireheart like drama, but whatever, man. It gets resolved in towards the end of that book, I think. Yeah, because it gets resolved at the end of that book. Because I don't know, I like Fire and Ice. When in doubt, choose Mothflight's vision. Oh my god, Yuna. This kills the man. I actually think I have enough space to give him his toughies. Maybe. Maybe I don't want the toughies. No, I like the toughies. Now hated ones? Well, you guys all know what my most hated book is. Squirrelflight's Hope and Mothflight's Vision. It comes from the same, just characters being hypocritical or characters being so out of character. Like, obviously, every single Warrior Cats book, a character has a different personality because there's, like, no real continuity within personalities for the majority of characters. But when it becomes so egregious, you get Squirrelflight's Hope. And then when you have a character that's just hypocritical just to serve the plot, you get Mothflight's Vision. I don't like. Both of those are written too horribly for me to, like, even popcorn read, turn off my brain. You get no teeth. Sorry, Tadpole. No teeth for you. It's okay. He won't need teeth where he's going. Where we're going, we don't need teeth. Okay, he gets the little eyebrow thingies. He stole them from Hawkfrost, or Hawk. He's gonna be super hydrated. So superly hydrated. The most hydrated. How do you usually do gradients on cats? Yeah, I use a gradient tool. Or sometimes I'll just use like a soft round brush. That's really big. Oh, he's got round eyes. I don't think he has any markings. We'll just make all of his face that color. Mothlight, you're so complicated, girly. Okay, let's color them in. One color. Coloring book. Two colors. And then, oh, I need to fix, I think I need to fix his, yeah. 1 second. Already had quiz time? No, we haven't done quiz today. We'll probably do a quiz after this, and then I'll probably call it. Okay. And then this was the same color as this, right? Yeah. I need to do something about her. See ya, Janetta. Indeed, indeed. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, that's 4 colors. I'm dying. Ah. Every time I add another color to these, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then the pause. I guess I'll make that this color. And then the nose is this color, I believe. Yeah. Hey, Loriza. Okay. So many colors. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ay. Oh, that's Firestar. Ugh. I don't know if I like that other paw on Huck Frost. I think it's like giving optical illusion a little bit too much. There's something going on in that area that's I'm struggling with. I mean, this whole thing is like a tangent, but it's like intentional. I don't know. I don't think it's necessary to like see the flow of his actions. Interesting. I think I'm gonna give Hollyleaf... I might give Hollyleaf some eye shines. Maybe not. I need to decide whether I want to put eye shines on them or if I don't. The thing is most of the ones that I put eye shines on, there's already white in the design. So it doesn't add any other color. Like for the Holly Lion and Jay one, I'd have to do the lightest color on Jay Feather as the eye shine. Because I don't want to add another color. They've already got like 11 colors on them. Yeah, I made Ivy more blue and I made Dove more green. Because they were blending in too much in their pose with their actual colors. Plus, I'm going to have to adjust the colors for Pantones in anyway, so... Yeah. No, I think all of them have about 10 colors. All of them have like 8 to 11 colors. And like... I'm just using a lot of color. They're gonna be like pretty big, so I don't know. They're gonna be 2 inches. Inkwell? Yeah. Cuphead. But I think I'm done for today. My headache hasn't gone away. I hope I'm not getting sick. Oh. I don't think I am. Alrighty, let me look and see what we have. Okay, we've got another Taba, and then we have another full body. So I think I'm gonna open up yeah, Taba. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna open up 2 headshots. Hey, Snowy. Alrighty, I'm opening up 2 headshot slots since I already have 2 chibis in the queue. Yeah. Okay. We'll do a quiz and then I'll probably call it for today. Honestly, my stream went almost exactly the same amount of time it usually does, so I'm not really ending early, am I? Okay, what do we want to do? I'm so skilled at showing up exactly at quiz. For those of you that don't want to do the quiz, that is fine. What we did today on stream was we cleaned up Moon, Paw, and Morning Kit. We cleaned up Hawk, Moth, and Tadpole. And we sketched out a possible blue for Snowfur. I'm not 100% sold on this one. I think I could workshop it to be a little bit better. I liked the concept of them fighting back to back, but I think I can workshop something to be a little bit more interesting. But that's what we did today. Let's do all S-Cats. Are you sure? We can do it. Okay. Could do one of the prefix or suffix type quizzes? Yeah, we can do one of those. Aw, thanks, Jatoiba. I am satisfied. I'm mostly satisfied with this one. There's a couple of things that I would like to workshop. Like, I'm not sure about this area up here and how this is connected. I might workshop something there. And then I'm not exactly sure what's happening, if I like what's happening around here with like Moth's ear. And like, just, I don't know. It's looking a little optical illusion-y in here. So much that it's kind of distracting, so I'll probably workshop these 2 areas a little bit more with it. But I'm pretty satisfied with this one. I actually think this one might be... This one I need to make the feather smaller. But they're coming along. The prefix or suffix type quizzes. All ThunderClan cats by suffix. See ya, Yellow. Friendly reminder, taps the quiz. Oh, well, I just unpinned it because I'm a dummy, dum-dum. But if you go to the Werecats design blog, this post right here, this Littermates enamel pin post, you can do the questionnaire and fill out which ones that you are most interested in seeing. Okay. Hold on, I'm getting the quiz up. Okay. I'm trying to get it so that you guys can see. There we go. Play. All ThunderClan cats by suffix. So the most amount of suffix is kit. So basically we're just doing like ThunderClan cats. Sweet Paw, Deer Paw, Skunk Paw, Fennel Dust, Juniper, and Dandelion, Hazel Frond, Hazel Kit, Oak Kit, Sun Kit, Lynx and Snow Kit, Mistle Kit, Juniper Kit, oh we got Juniper Kit, Larch Kit, Fur Claw Pelt Tail, oh no, that's not what we're doing. Larch Kit, Patch Kit, Petal Kit, Cherry Paw. I always forget Cherry Paw. Cherry Paw is very hard for me to remember. Cherry Paw, Cricket, and Chestnut Kit. Feather Kit. Russet Kit, Song Kit. Pale Paw, Pigeon Paw. Quail, Wasp. Cricket Kit we got, I think. Spotted Kit. Spotted Pelt and Spotted Leaf. Morning Kit. Millie, Purdy, Daisy, Moon Paw, Golden Paw, Shine Paw. The new kits, Puff Kit, Leap Kit, Shy Kit, Violet Kit and Flicker Kit, Snow Kit, Mistle Kit, Larch Kit, and Holly Kit. Morning Mist Kit and Night Kit, and then Stone Kit and Moss Kit. Spot Fur, Fly, Whisker, Snaptooth, Seed Paw, Flame Paw and Dawn Paw, and then Tiger Heart. Shrew Paw, Mole Paw, Sunbeam, Night Heart, Tulip. Can I spell? Elder Kit, Tawny Pelt and Doubling Count. Yep. And Rowan Star. Songbird. Swift Paw, Raven Paw, Barley. Who's the other paw after Swift and Shrew? Oh, Feather Paw. Model Paw is Sky Clan. And then Stormfur and Brook. Soul. Cody. Snow, Tempest, Hawk, Flurry. Sunrise, yeah. Princess and Firestar. Firestar's on here. Cloudtail as well. None. Leaf, Clover, Thistle, Milkweed, Gooseberry. Tadpole? No. Minty, Jessie? Yeah, and then Fuzzball, Velvet, Loki, and Zelda. Stormcloud? Yes. Okay. Owlpaw, Fallowpaw. Who's between Skunkpaw and Deerpaw? Sweetpaw? No. Cherry Paw? Flower Paw from Maple State's Vengeance. Pink Eye, Shivering Rose. Starry, you're not. You need to look at the pin message. Oh, Hazelburrow. Can I spell right? Shivering Rose, we got. That's fine. Lightning Tail. So the tails. U-Tail. Beach Tail. Red Tail. Broken Tail. Long Tail. Storm Tail. Gust Whisker is Wind Clan. Storm fur. Stormtail, we got storm fur. We need half-tail, speckletail, dappletail, thistletail, tumbletail, vinetail. I don't know who else. Rooktail, thank you. Who's in between rooktail? Oh, beetail. Rosetail's a good one. I forgot rosetail. Sorreltail. Hazeltail. Dustflower? No, you're thinking of Yarrowflight. Splashtail is RiverClan. Stemtail. Okay, so who's in between Hazeltail and Stemtail? Lizardtail, thank you. Okay. Croquet, Russet, Tumbletail we got. We need Fawn Pelt. Freckle Pelt. Patch Pelt. Sleek Fur. Cinder Pelt's a good one. Dust Pelt. Mouse Fur. Rough Pelt. I got yeah, you're fine. I mean, they're all Allegiance only, Yuna, so it makes sense to get them mixed up. Mumblefoot. Seed Pelt. Tiger Claw's a good one. Thistleclaw. Thornclaw. Bracken Fur and Frost Fur. Huntart. Oh yeah, Mist Pelt. Mallow Fur. I always get those guys together. Holly Pelt. Fern Stripe. Yeah. Okay, what about the stars? Oh yeah, Stone Pelt. Good call, good call. Weed Whisker. Dark Stripe. Ash Fur is a good one. Thunderstar. Owl Star. White Star. Vine Star. Robin Star. Oh, Thrush Pelt. Finch Star, I meant. Morning Star. Spark Pelt. And Waffle Pelt. Snow Fur. Stripe Bark. Blue Star. Pine Star. Sun Star. Squirrel Star. Bramble is now Bramble. Oak Star. Red Star. Doe Star. Finch Star. Lion Star. Willow Pelt. Good call. Who's between Stone Pelt and Thrush Pelt? I don't know. Squirrel Brush is WindClan. Fur. We got Bracken Fur, Ash Fur, Storm Fur. I don't know. Gorse Claw. We need Gorse Claw. Squirrel Whisker. Daisy Heart. Rabbit Fur. Maple Shade. Birch Face. Freckle Wish. Eagle Wing. Plum Stone. Shell Fur. Sun Pelt. No. Sunbeam. Did we get Sunbeam? Yeah. Shell Fur we got. Stem Leaf. We got Spot Fur. We need Shell Claw. Lark Song's a good one. I'm scrolling down. We're still missing a Thrush. Something in between Thrush Pelt and Stone Pelt, by the way. Blue Whisker. Feather Whisker. Bloom Heart. Thrush Talon. Oat Speckle. Raven Wing. Fuzzy Pelt. It's Fuzzy Pelt. And Robin Wing. Eagle Storm. Wind Flight. One Whisker is WindClan. Bay Shine. Myrtle Bloom. Finch Light. Leaf Shade. Leaf Pool. And Leaf Storm. Mouse Whisker. Moth Whisker. Oat Whisker. Green Eyes. Somebody in between Feather Whisker and Mouse Whisker. Mole Whisker is after him. And then Gray Whisker. Fern Cloud. Bumble Stripe. Blossom Fall. Briar Light. Bloom Heart we got. Okay. Tiny Claw. Shell Claw. What are all the other claws we're missing? Oh, Amber Claw, Nettle Claw, and Pine Claw. Beach Fur. Oak Star we got. Okay, somebody Moonflower, Daisy Toe, Rockfall, Little Step, Nettle Claw we got, Nettle Sting we need, Feather Wing, Dove Wing, White Wing, Heron Wing, Stag Leap, Rabbit Leap, Hair Pounce, Moss Heart, Cinder Heart, Bright Heart, going down. Rain Whisker, Sorrel Stripe, Gray Stripe, Lightning Stripe, Feather Ear, Thrift Ear, Fin Leap, Flip Claw, Twig, Honey Fur, Amber Moon, Leaf Snake, Snow Bush, Sorrel Stripe we got, Mumblefoot, we need Holly Leaf, Holly Pelt, Holly Tuff, Alder Heart, Tiger Heart, Lily Heart, Lion Heart, Golden Flower, White Storm, Sandstorm, Honey Fern, Honey Fur, okay we got Honey Fur, Fern Cloud, okay we got, Prickle Face. Going down. Rain Fur's a good one. Storm Fur. We got Ash Fur. We need Soot Fur. Rain Whisker we got. We need Bristle Claw and Bristle Frost. Berry Nose. Going down again. Pear Nose. Dew Nose. Flame Nose and Flash Nose. Stripe Bark exists. Leopard Foot. Spider Leg. Ivy Pool. Ice Cloud. Fox Leap. Oh my god, I'm using all my brain. Birch Face. We got Tawny Spots. Cloud Spots. Spider Leg we got. Little Step we got. Brindle Face. Another flower. Shine Cloud. We need Shine Cloud. Goose Feather. Jay Feather. Morning Flower. Twig Branch. We got. Alder Branch we need. Squirrel Flight. Dark Stripe we got. Let's see what else we have here. Rose Petal, Rose Bush, Rose Tail we got. Toad Step. Birch Fall. Yes. Poppy Dawn, Poppy Frost. Crouchfoot's Wind Clan. Dawnflower is, I think, River Clan. Running Nose is Shadow Clan. What are the other flights we're missing? Shivering Rose, Morning Flower, Blue Whisker, Violet Dawn, Dawn Brights from River Clan, Running Wind. We got Mouse Fur though. We're missing like early flights? Snail Shell, Apple Blossom, Owl Flight, Bird Flight. We got Shine Cloud. Sweetbriar, though. We need Sweetbriar. And Fallow Song. Swift Breeze. Nettle Breeze. Alder Branch and Twig Branch. Yes. Fern Song. Here's the fall after Blossom Fall. Cherry Fall. And then we're missing some foots. Is there a foot in early Pink Eyes? Cloudberry? Oh yeah, Cloudberry is a good one. Cherry Fall we got. Grassfoot? Oh, yes. Did we get Small Ear? Yes. Rockfall? Okay. Who's the other flower missing? Shine Flower? No, Stoneflower. Did we get Kestrel Wing? Yeah, we did. Toadfoot? Toadfoot's Shadow Clan. And who's the feather we're missing? Mistyfoot. Yes, you're right. You're right. She was at the end of Darkest Hour. Okay, Fang, Adder Fang, Yellow Fang, Rose Petal. We got Rose Petal. Who's this feather? Dawn Feather? Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. Going down. Quick Water. Fog Drift. Fern Whisper. Deer Dapple. One Eye. Lion Blaze. Yay! That was easy. We did all the hard ones first, and we still had 10 minutes left. One Eye. Yep. 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 Mallowfur, Mossheart, Owlfly. Mallowfur, man. No one remembers Mallowfur. Well, she's from Yellowfang Secret, so... Okay. That's gonna be it for me today, you guys. I will see you guys again on Sunday for the commission stream, and then I'll be back on Tuesday. Not 100% sure if I will continue working on these, or like if I should work on the Moonstone. I need to stop putting it off. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm kind of like putting off the Moonstone. Oh, goodness gracious. Even though I would love to have the Moonstone done before the end of March. If I got it done before the end of March, I would be able to get them in before FWA. But we'll see, we'll see. Okay, that's fine, Amber. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys all have a good one. And I will see you guys when I see ya. Bye.